Spring is in the air, and that means it's time for the annual Monterey Park Cherry Blossom Festival. Don't miss this year's celebration of Japanese culture with 2 days of fun for all ages. Enjoy a weekend filled with free, family-oriented entertainment and cultural exhibits such as traditional Japanese dancing, booming taiko drums, exciting martial arts, handmade crafts, free music performances, and delicious food. The Monterey Park Cherry Blossom Festival, Saturday and Sunday, April 18th and 19th at Barnes Park in Monterey Park.
Hello, I'm Community Service Officer Winnie Fong from the Monterey Park Police Department. Auto theft is a concern in all communities, especially if you're the owner of one of the popular models of Hondas or Toyotas. That's why we at the Monterey Park Police Department are offering free auto anti-theft devices to Monterey Park residents. For more information, call the Community Relations Bureau at 626-307-1215. Supplies are limited and restrictions apply, so call us now at 626-307-1215.
Hello and welcome to the Monterey Park Bruggemeyer Library. I'm Dan W. Golden, Interim City Librarian, and welcome. Today we will discuss our services, our programs, and a lot of fun things happening at our library. Bear in mind, we are a library for all ages, for children, for older folks, for people of all backgrounds, all interests. We really are a multimedia community center in addition to being a public library for the entire community. And with that in mind, I would like to read off a few programs that are coming up, and shortly we will introduce a guest who will talk about a very fun and enjoyable gala dinner coming up a little later this spring. First of all, I hope you'll pardon my reading off a few upcoming announcements, first of which is the name of the winner of our reference question of the month. Our reference question of the month this time around was, how do you become certified as a flight attendant? We had 9 people who wrote answers, of whom one got the answer right. Her name is Emily Garin. I hope I pronounced her name correctly, Guarin. And it turns out she had sort of an inside track with that question. Her mother and I guess some other relatives, in fact, work in the airline industry, and she wrote down that the airlines themselves provide training and certification in the field. So congratulations, Emily, and we're hoping that in the coming weeks we can arrange a special photo op and prizes for that. We are probably going to hold off on another reference question of the month contest for the coming months because later in the spring and in the summer, we're going to be holding our summer reading program, and that really will occupy a lot of our energies, certainly from now till the end of August. In the meantime, I do wanted to let you know our storytime schedule. Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m., we hold story times for children kindergarten to 3rd grade. Wednesdays at 4 o'clock, again, story times for children kindergarten, 3rd grade. Thursdays at 10 in the morning are our special story time for infants and toddlers. And for that Thursday morning story time, we want to emphasize that we need a parent or guardian, at least one nearby, because we're talking about some very little kids here. And we also have yet another story time Saturdays at 10:30 for K through 3rd grade. Now, of course, not everything that we do is geared toward little kids. We also have a monthly karaoke program that takes place in our Friends Room, courtesy of C.C. Lau and the Friends of the Library. It's called Showtime in the Friends Room, and depending on when we have our broadcast, the next one scheduled is April 5th at 2 o'clock. That's a Sunday. A nursery rhyme sing-along with Richard Hollingsworth, and then the following month, May 3rd, also 2 o'clock, a bilingual play called Spring, Summer, Autumn, and Winter by renowned scriptwriter Mei Chang. So this is open to the public. Some of these are karaoke. Some of these, for example, the nursery rhyme and the bilingual play feature different other kind of programs. But Showtime is pretty consistently the first Sunday of the month unless we announce otherwise. Also in April, we're going to hold the next of our Irv Wilner series of programs. And these are a series of programs that discuss the ecology, the environment, and also various multicultural topics. On April 11th at 2 o'clock, we'll have a a presenter named Dana Law, who will discuss adventures on the Pacific Coast Trail. Dana had traveled up and down the Pacific Coast and made some very interesting observations about the flora and fauna of California. And he'll be talking about the preserving that ecology, and also just some interesting observations of what he found, just an amazing variety of plant and animal life that one can find all along there. And I think he'll also show some DVDs and slides of that as well. In addition to speakers and programs, we offer computer classes Mondays at 7 o'clock, and it varies. The first Monday of the month, we have a basic computer class that'll go over basic keyboarding and mouse, the internet, how to set up an email account and so forth. The first Monday of the month is in English, the second one is in Cantonese, and the third one is in Mandarin. So you can always sign up at the reference desk. Our phone number is area code 626-307-1368. Also, every 2 months on Mondays at 6 o'clock, we hold a class in Spanish. This is also a basic computer class, goes over many of the same topics, basic computer, basic keyboard and mouse, email, internet, and so forth. And those would be the first, usually Mondays at 6 o'clock on alternating months, and I believe April will be the next round of those classes. Every Tuesday, we have an open computer lab that takes place at 7 o'clock. In this case, it's pretty unstructured. You bring your own questions, but the instructor will also go over at each class a particular topic, whether it's Microsoft Word, Excel, the Internet, or various other kind of topics of the week that might be of interest to some of those who attend these classes. In addition to computer classes, we also have a number of book discussion groups. So on Thursdays from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, in study room number 2, we have a special book prize discussion group. They meet pretty consistently weekly to discuss some very interesting kind of grown-up